Good evening. Welcome to tonight's Hangout in the Crib. As you can see, I'm joined by Larry, the BP Prof, and Steve tonight, and of course myself, Earth. Hello. So
Hello.
yeah, tonight's show is all about January's bits and pieces. So what we've got is a rundown of the Forsaken Mission content. And just a little bit on sort of the January calendar and a couple of bits that have been added in. So get some slides up. I'm sure Larry has done a perfect job of adding extra hot chicks to the slides as promised from last
As
week.
promised, me and my Thunder Snow bringing you
Yeah.
hot chicks tonight.
So we shall
All
crack
right.
on.
All right, we ready to go?
I think so.
All right. So again, we are going to start off with hot chicks. On the bug fixes, none were announced. So that doesn't mean they didn't change anything, but none were announced. And then the one change is if you want to shower Kixeye with money, you can now buy rank in bulk. So there you have it.
Yay.
And I was looking, it looks like 3 ranks at a time. Not
Yeah,
that I've ever bought
three
rank.
ranks. I've just had a look now, and it's if you're into that kind of thing. Personally, I just build a fleet and then wait till the VXP ranking weekend, rank it up, and have done. But
That
Yeah,
money should be on fire, not just raining from the sky. Make it realistic, Larry. Come on.
sorry. I was. There were surprisingly few images that I could find of making it rain, but I found
You know, they have a make it
enough.
rain gun that you just load like singles in and spray it up in the air. I think that's like what Will Harbin does on a Tuesday, just like sprays dollar bills all around the office.
Maybe.
gotta love
All
it.
right. All right. Yes. Let's go to the calendar. So Acid Rain starts this weekend, and in case you forgot, that is an campaign against the Scourge. Um, if you haven't got them already, you can get D3E and Sonic Targeting 1 from Prize Pack 1. Sonic Targeting 2, the D52R Harrier Missile, if you didn't pick it up in the last raid, and the Mastodon in Pack 2. And then Zoe Rhino for each of 5 rounds of Mastery. And just in case you are some kind of what's the word I'm thinking? Pathological completionist. You can do it 5 more times and now get 10 Zoe Rhinos.
I think I've
So
got 3, and that's about enough for me. I'm not really interested in having any more.
yeah, yeah. Well, I got 1 because I just wanted to do the campaign, but I haven't built it because I'm building other stuff.
Yeah, agreed. To be honest, I think that yes, this is probably going to help a lot of people who missed out on it last time and stuff like that, and people who have missed out on the Rhino. Um, Although they really shouldn't have, really, because it's been available enough in the last sort of couple of months.
Yeah, I think
Um,
everybody was really pushing it in December, certainly.
yeah, so I think this is probably not the best one that they could have chucked in there. I personally would have liked to have seen the one for the base hits
Oh,
back again, because there's
well,
some
that,
stuff in there that's actually quite useful that hasn't been seen again,
well,
like the shockwave plates.
well, you can do that one. That one's the first 2 rounds of that are out there still. You can do it.
Yeah, it's the big shockwave plate that you want, though, isn't it?
I don't think those were ever released, were they? 3 and
I don't
4?
know. I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah. I thought Mastery was just the Draconian Coax, which is pretty generally disliked.
To be fair, though, they work quite well against carriers, depending on carriers.
Really?
They really do, yeah.
Huh.
So, if
I
you've
don't know.
got
I
like
got
4 of them,
I did a 5. I never built any, but
yeah. If you
okay.
can get rid of like the Grim and the massive amounts of sort of overloaded UAVs coming out,
Hmm.
then it can pretty much shut a fleet down if you haven't killed all of the guard by the time you've got that done, even at full rank.
Very interesting. Maybe I'll build one. But I've got other plans for my base in the near term. We can talk about that.
Yeah.
um, and then not this weekend, but next weekend will be the VXP weekend. So any new ships you got, get them ranked.
Indeed. Any old ships that you've got that aren't ranked, get ranked.
Yeah.
I'm really glad to see that come back. I mean, that's one of the better additions they've made to the game, I think, in the last year, honestly. And it's just great to see that they've realized how important that is to people and they're keeping it up.
Agreed.
I think the trouble is that it's sort of the way that the game went so quickly, with rank being the most important thing with any fleet build. I think they had to do something about it because ranking was a major headache, a major chore for everybody, and it's good that one of those chores has kind of gone out the window, and you know, at least having the chore only once a month, if you like, for a couple of days is a lot better. I think it's brilliant the way that they've done it, so that you can gain rank pretty quickly, quite nicely, reasonable cost, repair time, more coinage. So yeah, I think it's good. And also,
Cuttlefish and oh god,
I think it's a really good way of doing it. And don't forget, if you can get hold of those ×3 salties, they work really good.
yeah. Saying Cuttlefish in the chat made a good point. Is that you don't have to have completely finished builds. I think he's going to try to get this 3 Punishers done. They're only part of the way there, but part way is sometimes enough in these just to get them out there, get some damage, get them to do some damage, and really jump the ranks up. So it doesn't have to be a finished build, guys. Don't forget about that.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. Even countermeasure only ships or ships with no, well, you got to have at least one weapon, but I mean, you'll get a lot of VXP just for dying.
Oh yeah, I will be ranking my Aegis, my slow ass Aegis this time around.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a Harlock Aegis, and then I think my Punisher tank will be ready too. So, yeah.
Cool.
All right, moving on. How was Revenge Raid 3? These 3 ladies want to know. I'll say I thought it was pretty darn easy. I was telling Earth just before the show, I started with 399 coin, I ended with 399 coin, and no, I didn't buy any. I did A sets. I prepped them with tigers, and then went in with rhinos and hunter tank, and you know, just took a few scratches. Never had to coin any repairs. When I was done, you know, I got all the prizes and tokens and stuff, and I started helping people. I was just sub prepping out for folks, and yeah, so I thought it was very easy.
To be honest, I done 101s because they're quick points, and I hate raiding. So
Yeah.
I hit 101s, bashed out a ton of points, got everything that I wanted, and then went hit bases to make people cry.
Yeah, it was definitely well balanced. If you couldn't prep it, there was definitely someone that could prep their subs out, and anything that was anywhere of a decent fleet with range could kite everything in basically all the A tiers. It just took time, concentration, and if you fucked it up, though, they still hurt you. I mean, it's amazing how much damage those Kodiaks did with blades if you tried to cheat it. But it was a decent raid. I did pretty well. I got a little help from some friends, did some scene time myself, and got a bunch of tokens and all the prizes. So.
Good.
Happy days. Yeah, I mean, it was really good. It was quite balanced. you could either put in the butt time or spend a little bit. I think it was really good balance, even if you were coining it. I did do some videos on how to do stuff. There was one for obviously how to do it for free, and one for the 101s that we posted on the BPC page. So I hope that helped out a lot of people. I know there was quite a lot of views on it, so
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vanguards were back. I did like 2.
I did, but no comment as to how many I've done.
How many shards do you have now?
Enough. Yeah.
Well, see, that's not enough. It's close.
Yeah. Well, enough nearly. So,
wow. I did, yeah.
Let's just put it this way: one of the guys that we play with from THE, he had 248 shards, and on his 248th hit of a Vanguard, he won a Ghost, and then got his second Ghost 2 Vanguards later by putting the shards together.
In a year, he might have them built.
Yeah. So now he's got 2 Ghosts.
Well,
it's amusing. He's actually in chat now, Stu. So, well done, Stu.
That's nice. I would say, I don't know about a year, because if I want a Ghost, that would certainly be right at the top of my build list.
Oh, for sure.
No doubt.
Did anybody notice the maybe slight error that Kickstarter may have made with their new shortcut attacking thing?
You have to expand when you say Kixeye and errors. You got to extrapolate more than that.
Well, you can't hit Vanguards in other sectors.
Right.
Well, yeah, you can.
Didn't hear about that one.
Well, we finished all of our ones in our sector, and then we went next door and smashed all of theirs as well.
You dirty pirate.
So there was nothing. It just worked.
Well, there was a way of, shall we say, bypassing the little pop-up that says you cannot hit them outside of your sector.
All right, fair enough.
But if you right-click on them, then it'll allow you to solo them. So yeah, slight oversight there, but yeah, okay.
Okay. All right. Do we want to talk any more about the prizes? I know Arbalest versus Railgun has been the big discussion item.
To be honest, as a lot of people have said in chat already, some of the videos that have come in of the Punishers kind of not really greatly exciting. They seem quite weak with the new weapon on there. But it's like I said before we even got the Punisher, that it looked fairly balanced, and it didn't look as if it was going to be an exceptional base hitting hull. It's more of a PvE hull.
Yeah.
I think that's sort of like coming to light now a bit more.
Well, when I analyzed it, I the hull's offensive output between damage boost and reload boost, it is pretty close to the Crusader, really. It has the big upgrade in defenses, but offensively it's about the same. And we're all pretty familiar with what the Crusader can do offensively. And the thing I noticed, especially in that first video that I think a lot of us saw about the Punisher with the railgun, is it really suffered from the lower building damage multiplier compared to the Arbalest, right? Because if you watch that video, he takes the Punisher and he goes charging in, and he doesn't kill the scattergun, and he keeps going, and he doesn't kill the pyros, and he keeps going. He's taking huge amounts of scattergun and pyro fire. I mean, I'm surprised he lasted as long as he did. He just wasn't killing turrets.
Yeah, I don't know, just not convinced with them really.
Yeah.
Did you take any look at him after they were announced that they were actually tied into the retros for what a R15 railgun actually does, or if it changes it at all. I think when we had first crunched the numbers for those, we had looked at it. It's an R15.
Oh, yeah,
Arbalest,
yeah,
but we hadn't looked
yeah.
at
I
it.
fixed it. So right, so its FEF damage per ton ended up higher than the Arbalest if you know, once it's R15, or well, once they're both R15, but its building damage is still less.
Chat saying 5K damage on R15 crossbow with AP shells. So,
Yeah. Well, there's some interesting stuff about the AP shells, and I did a little math for the article coming up, and autoloader is kind of a better deal, just in terms of raw numbers. And then what's really interesting is if you look at the AP shells, and I guess we'll get there. Maybe we'll hold it till we got the numbers up there.
sounds good.
All right. So let's go on to the prizes, the new Forsaken prizes.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Whoop. Hey, here's AP shells. Okay, so they're elite tier. They're not long to build. You get the ballistic damage bonus and you get the pierce decay reduction. So they're not retrofittable, and I ran the numbers and I compared on a Punisher. So I compared the Arbalest, because I decided I like the Arbalest better, with autoloader and with the armor piercing shells. And if you look at the damage per weight, the autoloader still wins. So maybe it weighs more, and so you got to put fewer guns on, but you're doing more damage with the autoloader. And it's actually there was a forum post about this, and it kind of brought this up, that the damage bonus built into the Punisher sort of blunts the efficiency of the armor-piercing shell special. And so to explain a little more, the Punisher gives you 100% damage bonus, right? And so then when you add the 35% damage bonus from the armor-piercing shells, it doesn't it's not 35% more than the 100%. Your damage bonus is now 135% instead of 100%, because you've already got the double damage from the Punisher. The 35% doesn't act on the double damage. I'm not explaining this really well, but anyway,
you're making sense on that.
Okay, so the point is, you're not actually getting 35% more damage by adding the armor-piercing shells on a Punisher. You're actually only getting 17% more damage. So it's almost a wash with the weapon weight. And so I'm not super impressed with this special. And in fact, I'm not even sure it's worth the weight on a Punisher.
No, because it's a lot of weight, really.
14%.
14% isn't much, but 14% for 17% damage is.
And it depends on what you're going to sort of not put on in order to use it, really.
Right. And so, like you see here, the auto...
That's going to be more beneficial.
Yep. Now, the thing about having higher damage, though, is it does help overcome deflection. And I ran a couple cases in an article I'm going to put on the blog probably tonight. Against a Punisher with a huge deflection, it almost doesn't matter because it nulls it out either way. Against a carrier, I ran it, and it looked like the AP shells were a teeny bit better, but not much. So I'm not as excited about this special as I thought I'd be.
Well, something you've also got to bear in mind as well is that, yeah, all right, against against the Punisher, you probably it's going to be like the main thing, really. Because if you come across someone hitting, for example, hitting your base, and you've got a Punisher in there as a defense hole, you can outrange it with missiles and the new UAVs, can't you? So
Hmm.
it's not really going to pay that much difference, really, is it?
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, this was good at a glance, but maybe not so good after all. So that's the AP shells. Cadmium solar panels. Now, it's funny because the first time I saw this, I was thinking it had to be a tactical lot for these solar panels, but I actually, when you read it carefully, it's a turret special. So you've got to give up essentially a special on a turret in order to use this solar panels and get just 200 power. So again, in fact, I didn't take this out, right? Because I was thinking you'd put them on resource generators, but you can't do that. So yeah, you add 200 base power, and so you I don't know, and you're not going to get much more than a couple thousand, right? You got to get your turret up to level 6 maybe, and get a second special, and then use it for this.
I thought the number is really anemic for what it is, especially as you said, for not being able to put it on resource generators. That would make so much more sense. You're just sitting there, you don't use them for anything. Give them some form of functionality. But what's the carrot on the end of the stick for this? Because as you said, who really needs the power? Do you need the power yet, Irv?
No. So I haven't even used all of the power that I've got.
Right.
And to be honest, if you're going to be putting this on, you're going to be using less power anyway, aren't you? If it's got,
Yeah.
You can take away a special.
because you're taking away the specials, which is what bumps up the power usage anyway.
Yep.
So it's kind of redundant before it's even come out, really, I think, more than anything.
Yep. All right, so we'll move on. Won't spend much more time on this guy. D5M. So now this one was interesting. When it was announced, they said in the whip, they said, "Oh, D5M, it's going to add deflection," and everybody's like, "Well, then why are you calling it D5M? Because that's confusing with missile armor." And what we learned is that it adds missile defense and deflection, so that's kind of cool. The deflection is pretty mild, but it adds up. The D5M is the same points, weight, and build time as the other D5s, the D5E and the D5R. But you get the 40% repair time reduction on this armor as opposed to the 20% that you get with the E and the R armor.
Which is quite good.
Yeah.
I'm actually quite excited about getting a couple of these on some of my bits and pieces, really. I think that it's going to be quite handy in in various sort of places, really. If we can bump up quite a lot, that 20 doesn't sound a lot, but it can make a lot of difference, especially like in base defense and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, I've used Proto Hunter as a tank for a while, and that 60 assault deflection helps. It really does help. And so you put a couple of these on there, and it's going to help.
Yeah. And that 15% pen defense as well is always a bonus.
Right. The evades give you 10 before retrofit. So
Yeah. I think it's good. I quite like it. I think it's quite good.
yeah. It's not a use everywhere, but it's sometimes. I think this will come in handy. Just depends on what you're building and what you're using it for. All right. Steven ran off.
Here, it's interesting. I like the fact that we have a true penetrating defense armor again, back again. I'm waiting to see you crunch some numbers for us and see what you really think about it. It still hinders me a little bit that it's a day and 17 hours to put top line armor on. I kept thinking about sneaking more armor on some stuff coming up to the raid, and it's just that 2 days just for a piece of armor just still kind of rubs me slightly the wrong way.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
interesting though.
I mean, I've been using more streamlined cadmium lately, just for the build time almost.
Yeah, I think the same really. The streamlined cadmium's quite good with its build time on there. You know, if you just want to bump the armor points up, and it adds that speed and
Yep.
uses. So yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, especially like with subs and stuff, you want a bit of speed on, and you just want a few armor points on there, and I think especially with like ghosts and stuff like that, increasing turn speed and the speed whilst adding armor points is always going to be a bonus for that one.
All right, and let's keep going to. Oh wait, I did this. Repair time per armor point, build time. Actually these numbers aren't all that interesting. It's really the same as one of the D5E or U, just better repair time. So I'm gonna move on.
Would you exchange it for evade? That's what chat wants to know.
I think evade is still going to be my default. I think.
Yeah, I have to say that's usually my default as well, but it comes in handy in some places, doesn't it?
Yeah. All right, so the cold snap. We've had good limited turrets and we've had bad limited turrets, and I think the general expectation is this is going to be a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the big deal is this cold snap effect. It temporarily disables a target's tactical field, rendering special abilities such as auras and overloads inactive for the duration. And in this case, it's 5 seconds.
Screw your Aegis.
That's right. That's exactly right. A lot of base attacking fleets are hard to kill these days, and a big reason is they all bring an Aegis. And
There's going to be a lot of sad people because I'm sure people will know and they realize you can individually target turrets and pick what ships you want. And when you're trying to attack and all of a sudden your Aegis stops working.
Yeah, but this is what your bunker busters are for. So bunker busters.
This is the epitome of the bunker buster target.
That rocket.
Yeah. So it's a fairly long range, especially for a rocket. It's got range 140, which is a touch longer than a Wendigo, but still a little shorter than a lot of your other turrets. So it's going to take some care in how you set up your base and use this. Combining it with a Wendigo is kind of obviously a good idea, because once you've got the Aegis field disabled, then the Wendigo is going to start working to slow him down.
Yeah, and the debuff as well from the Wendigo field is going to help you kill stuff quicker as well.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's definitely something you want to team up with the Wendigo.
Yep.
Just remove those defences that they've got. The debuff from the Wendigo is what, is it 30%?
Yep.
Defences. So that's going to help you a lot, especially if you're using remote targeted missiles. It's going to help tear stuff up a lot quicker than what you would normally.
Yeah. So then I think the concern I have, at least with this, is we don't know how fast that rocket's going to be. Is it going to fall behind your moving fleets? So you want to use that with Eruption Pyre to speed up the rockets. and also that's going to speed up your projectile speed, speed up your reload, because right now you've got a reload time of 9 on this rocket turret, but the debuff only lasts for 5 seconds. Well, Eruption Pyre or even Slide Loader 2 or 3 is going to speed it up enough that you might actually get a continuous debuff. So that's really important.
Something as well that might be interesting is the Xinthium shells on that as well. So
Those of us who haven't hit very many uranium bases aren't too familiar with that one, but please continue, Irv.
But the Xinthium shells stacks with Eruption Pyre. So, like I was saying about the APOC mortars,
Yeah.
with the stacking of the Eruption Pyre and the Xinthium shells, you can get the projectile speed up to like 170%.
Wow.
So that's going to help it out a lot. It depends on whether or not you can get enough power on the turret to do that. But yeah, I mean, that's going to be highly sort of sought after, I would have thought. I think those Xinthium shells are pretty awesome for that projectile speed buff on there. So it's something that you might want to look at. Just a thought.
Good tip if you can get those uranium bases.
I am actually going to post a build on the BPC page for Neptunes for full hitting uranium bases. So
cool.
Because a lot of people are losing lots and lots of fleets in order to do uranium bases. But there is a way, so I will post it.
Yeah, I tried one, and I guess they have priority targeting or something, so they weren't even shooting at my Neptune tank, and it was just a disaster. You know, they took out my Aegis, and then they took out my Rhinos, and then it was just like I had this Neptune with one launcher on it, just cruising around in a uranium base.
Did you cheat that though to your advantage, and just try to hurt it up a little bit in the FM maybe? I mean, in a normal open water target, and then bring it in.
Yeah, maybe. When I get my Punisher done, it's going to have the lowest health, so I'll try that. But
to be honest, the best way in order to do it is, believe it or not, don't worry about the evade. Beef your defences up on Neptune, slam yourself in a Savage Kodiak for reload. D5 you up your Neptune, and stick on some siege battery and some siege targeting to get the damage right up there with some blades and some gales. So definitely need some gales on there as well.
yeah,
I'll post a build up there, and then yeah, should help
awesome.
with that.
All right, so that's Cold Snap. Get it, build it.
Definitely.
All right.
I might even coin mine.
All right. This week's kick size screw ups. I've got 2 from the raid. The first one is these mid-raid changes on the 101s.
Can we call it mid-range if it happened in the first like 6 hours?
Between the beginning and the end is what I consider mid-raid.
I mean, hell, I did overtime and got on at 8 o'clock, so like everyone's like, "Nope, it's fixed." Sorry. Fucking
I did a video of how to do it for like 5 coins. What's the matter with you?
Well, and this one in particular, people figured out how to do them cheap or free anyway, right? People were taking out the mega hulls with what, Deluge Tigers or something?
Yeah, you can do that. You could use if you come in from behind it, from directly in behind, you could use scattergun tigers to take out the big hull without being seen.
What?
So what you were finding was a lot of people weren't bothering to clear up any of the actual fleet outside of it. They were just going in, taking the mega hull out of the middle with scattergun Tigers, and then sodding off for 1.8 million points.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
I mean, by the time I tried one, that's what I saw. I came in there and it had 16 support ships and no mega hull, and I was like,
yeah.
what the hell?
But that's what people were doing, and fair play. 0 damage, 1.8 million points. Kind of screwed them a few people up though, but then people who were doing that, and then other people were just going in and mopping up the support ships and taking the 1.5 bonus points. So
All right. I stuck with my A sets. I didn't get too bothered about it, but I just think mid-rate changes, it's really kick size not helping themselves when they do that. They just lose player trust, and
it all comes down again to they obviously didn't test it before that they put it out there. This is why they need to keep on doing stuff. They went back again and they started doing preview servers again and checking stuff before it went out the door. And they've gone, well, yeah, it was really good when we done that, but we can't really be bothered anymore. And now they don't check it, they send it out, and then it doesn't work, and then they piss everybody off by changing it mid-range. So, if you want to piss everybody off, then that's fine. If you want to check your shit before it goes out the door, then do some preview servers. And then you won't have to worry about changing stuff mid-raid, because it'll all be done beforehand.
Yep. And then there's a server outage on was it Saturday night? I think it was. The
No, it
servers.
was Friday, right in
Oh, it was
the
Friday
middle
night.
of the community show.
Sorry, Friday night.
Yeah, we were gonna. Earth was gonna show some tactics. We were gonna show some videos. We were gonna see what works, and the game's down.
Yeah, we got through all of our content, and then we went to fire the game up so I could show people how to do the 101s, how to prep the A sets and stuff like that. And we went to load the game up, and it was down. So
Yeah.
we made lots of fun of the fact that we couldn't play.
Yep.
I think actually we chose the thumbnail of Battle Pirates is down for maintenance.
Yes.
As our thumbnail for the show.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, what really bothered me about this is, you add time on Friday, Monday afternoon,
When most people are at work. And,
yeah.
So it ended 2 hours before I got out of work instead of 5 hours. Thanks.
Yeah. So, I don't see how that's compensating.
No.
I don't know why they didn't just add 12 hours to it. Say, hey, the first A tier ends at midnight.
Personally, I would have just gone, yeah, sorry, it's server outage. Here you go. Everybody have 5 million points.
Yep. Give out points, give out coins. I agree. Give out something. Just.
There's no. At the end of the day, you've gone, right, you couldn't play for 3 hours. Whether you were on or not, here you go. There's 5 million points.
Yep.
Sorry, very, very sorry about what happened. It was out of our control. There you go. You have your compensation, 5 million points.
Yep.
For
Community relations.
3 hours.
Who would have ever thought Kickside would try something like that?
It would make a lot of sense, really. It'd keep all the players happy. Loads of people are going to be bitching and moaning about the fact that obviously they couldn't get on during the extra time that they added in. It wasn't a very good decision. Give out points. It's not hard.
Yep. 100% agree.
I mean, you don't like giving out coin, so don't give out coin. Give out points.
Fair enough. Yeah. All right. And the breakthrough. Well, we talked about it. Another VXP weekend, and I made an extra copy of that table because
To convince her to get bigger breasts manual. That's nice, I like that.
Yeah, yep. So, I thought that was sort of a breakthrough, how to convince her to get bigger breasts. You find the strangest stuff when you search on Google, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Or at least I do sometimes.
Sexy minions. I don't think you're ever going to top sexy minions.
Sexy minions. Yeah, that was pretty weird.
Yeah.
This one was really interesting because you read the synopsis and it says you gotta break her down, break down her self-image. It's really horrible, actually.
Then your wife breaks down your bank account when she takes half of it.
Yeah.
Having you take advice from the internet.
Takes the rest of it.
So anyway, yeah, we already talked about how great the BXP weekend is and that they should keep it up and yada yada yada. So, yeah, that's it for the slides. I'll.
Can we add Larry's screw-ups of the week as well?
My screw-ups of the week. I'm sure I had a few this week.
Yeah, there's like that slide there with all the Punisher damage on it. It's on the kickside breakthrough screen.
Yep. Well, see, here's the thing. So when I want to take like a shot of the screen and I want to paste it into the blog, I can't paste straight from the snipping tool into Blogger. For some reason, I have to paste into. So I could save it and load it, but that's a real pain in the butt. So what I do is I paste into some like Google Docs slides, and then copy it from there, and then I can paste it into Blogger. And I just forgot to delete it. So sorry.
It's all right, Harry. We forgive you. There's lots of hot checks.
You know me, I'm not good at the internet stuff.
You're right. So, Steve, have you got any rant which you wish to go on this week?
Oh, and how the fuck kicks I rant? I think we covered it pretty well this week. I mean, we're going to get medium grade Steven this week. Why are you going to give us exactly the same amount of time as what we lost? Make us an effort to increase community relations and give us more. Give us 6 hours. Give us 12 hours. Give us another damn day. What does it really affect? That's my biggest gripe for the week. Give me more damn time. Some of us have real jobs that we have to use to give large chunks of our damn salary to Kixeye for this damn addiction. So we need you to actually have playtime. Give it to us. I want to give you money. Although you didn't get very much this time. From me or Larry.
0 for me this time. None.
They're going to spend $4. They got $4 from me, Kixeye. My available income has increased dramatically, and the amount that you're getting is diminished. That should be telling you something. While we're still BSing here, if anybody from the chat has any questions, comments, or concerns, it's the time to go ahead and put them in there, and we'll get them after our BSing here. What about you? Come on, I can't be the only one with some vengeance and some hate. Where's the old angry professor?
Well, I vented on the mid-raid change already. I think that's just always a disaster. And whether they screwed up or they put the wrong code out the door or didn't test the code, it doesn't matter. The point I was trying to make is it's their problem, and they should have just sucked it up because they went and changed it, and people were still beating the 101s pretty easily anyway. So what was the whole point?
Yeah. I have to agree.
They think they were going to slip it in there and we weren't going to notice?
Yeah.
The amount of time that people put into the code base and just some of the analytics in this game is just, you can't slip shit by the community. Don't try. We're going to catch you, it's going to make you look bad, and you're going to make everybody angry. Disenfranchised.
I want some of those torpedoes, though.
I want all Kick-Size toys. I want all the shit that's like 50 or 60 points better in every goddamn category than what I have. Oh, my range is 100, yours is 180. Good luck. Have a nice day.
I don't know. I still have recurring nightmares about those draconian arbalests showing up all over the place.
The whole goddamn screen. You would run to the corner, it would be at the bottom, and it'd still be hitting you. I'm like, well, there goes this fleet. My wife would be like, why are you freaking out? I'm like, well, there goes another one. Another fucking fleet down the drain. I guess.
Yeah.
So we haven't seen those in a long time. Kings, I do not bring those back. You have been on a good turn recently. Please don't do that.
Yeah, let's see what else we got. We got requests for boobs from in chat.
Steve,
and-
it's out.
And let's see, Cuttlefish is kind of ticked off about Acid Rain coming back. So recycle? Yeah. I skip it. I'm gonna skip it. I'm not gonna.
Campaigns are bonuses. I mean, I can understand. We're on the edge of a content cycle. I mean, we're going to see possibly a new raid format next time around. I think campaigns usually follow after the new raid format, so I'm not surprised that it's a recycle. This game takes up so much of your goddamn time. If there is something you don't have to do this week, that's a good thing. So you know what? Take that as I don't have to deal with this week. I'm going to watch some TV. I'm going to go outside. I'm going to read a book. I'm going to see what the sun looks like. It doesn't all have to be BP.
Well, go and hit some bases.
There you
Hit
go.
some
Go get
bases.
that base research
Hit
down
some
a little bit.
bases. Get some of that research time down.
That's right.
And I apologise again this week for going around and stealing people's research time during the raid. But let's be fair, half repairs, I was going to do it.
It's nice. What are you on? What research are you on?
11, I think.
11? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm on, I think 7 or 8.
To be fair, though, if I could have been bothered to go out and get uranium, and when the first week or two after I built my drat carriers, if I could have been bothered to go out and get the uranium, and I would have done the whole lot in that first week.
Mm.
There was probably about three months worth of research time that I've smashed out of bases when I didn't have any uranium because I couldn't be bothered to go get it.
Yeah, the uranium cost is pretty damn high for that research. That's what, as we talked about before, it kind of slowed me down on getting started with them. And it's still, I mean, over 100K a pop. It still hurts every time you do one.
I've got a pretty good system for uranium, and actually that feeds into a chat question. With Charn and Styx torps around, is it still wise to keep subs with B torps? No. Those Scourge torps are so much better. They're faster.
Absolutely ton better.
Yeah, I think my Tiger's fast enough. I'm going to pull my 3Bs off the build that I have and the ones that I'm doing now, and just go all straight Scourge torps. I think they're definitely the way to go. You're 100% right on that. The speed bonus is nice, but I mean, really look at what you're going to do. You're going to go 3 Charons, 3 Sticks, no matter what if you're building Tigers, because you want that corrosive damage, you want that raw damage, and you really only had 3 slots for Bs. It wasn't doing that much.
Six scatters in there.
Well, yeah, if you weren't building them scattergun, yes, if you're building all Cobras, as you should be, as he makes fun of me every time because I don't have a Cobra Tiger. I know, sad face. Sad. I might still coin one.
It's always very good to have 40 scatterguns on a Tiger fleet.
Yeah,
Can I borrow your wallet for a week, and I'll get one too?
Yeah, I mean, right? Because I'm looking at doing a Phantom and putting all scatters on it, and it's a month. I don't want to spend a month building
It's
shit.
not a
I started the Tiger
It is a
with
month.
3 Sticks torps, and
No.
it's 10 days.
It's click, click, done.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Everybody goes, what was the build time on that hull that you got out? What was the build time? I'm like, I don't know. Click, click, done.
Yeah, sure.
Thank
you, Irv. We know how that works. You're not fooling us.
But there we go. Shout out to Booch from P249. Hello, long time no see.
Let's see what else we got. Hydraulic resistors.
Yeah, James.
I like hydraulic resistors.
Yeah, where do they fit into builds? With regards to the heavy cruiser, speed boost, and then you can use thrusters to get the extra turn speed
Yep.
for them. So
I use them on tanks also. Just anything that I'm going to tank with, I put hydraulic resistors so that I get that concussive resistance.
Yeah, that and the Aegis really does knock that damage down dramatically. We all know Kickside loves their overpowered torp towers, so that's a good way to fight back a bit.
or the range 105 26.5 million damage point torpedoes from the 101s dissuade as well. Yeah.
I'm just not going to say it. I'm going to look at the sky in sadness for the rest of the show.
Yeah. They did hurt lots, those did. No good.
Yeah.
I think that's about it. I think for this week. So, are you going to be hosting on Friday, Steve?
It depends. I might have some engagements I have to deal with, but we'll see. I'll have an answer for you by tonight.
Okie dokie. One of us will probably do it, I expect anyway. So, community show Friday. Let us know what you want to talk about. I was thinking possibly doing a sort of a weapon special, really. How to pick the right weapons for the right jobs, possibly. But let me know what you think, guys. Post it up on the Alliance Crib or on the BPC page. Comment in there, send us some messages. Let us know what you want to talk about. After all, it's your show. It's not ours. You let us know what you want to talk about, and we'll talk about it. Don't forget to check out Larry's blog. What's your blog, Larry?
bpprof.blogspot.com. I'll post a little more about the new prizes tonight, I think.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, so join us Friday if you can make it. Let us know what you want to talk about. I'll post some Neptune builds on the BPC page.
We are always looking for new people that want to do the community show. We appreciate and love the people that come out and do it every week, but it's always great to get some fresh blood in there. So if you are interested, please reach out to us. There's always room for more people.
Agreed. Right. I think that's us. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, everybody.
And we shall catch you again soon.
Drink more beer.
Drink more beer, play with more boobs.